comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I miss these days. I miss having a life like this. Day off today, and I enjoy life when I can just live it on my own terms. I dropped my kids off at school. I went and did a little bit of shopping, had the podcast in my ears, even cleaned the house a little bit, chopped the wife out a bit. She's been doing most of the cleaning, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do a bit of vacuuming. I can listen to a pod and just fucking chill. Then like 12:30, I'm like, you know what? Me and my son haven't had a boys' day so far this year. I think they were all last year. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go pick him up and we'll have a boys' day. So 12:30, went to his school, just ripped him out of school. And I'm like, let's go play some soccer. Let's go hang out. So spent the day just playing soccer with my son. Then we went down and had some hamburgers and milkshakes. Well, he had a spider. I didn't have a milkshake. I had a sparkling water. But fucking, that's like a party for me now. And just hung out. He had some fairy floss, played a couple of video games, whatever, and just fucking kicked back. Then went, picked my daughter up, and we all just fucking hung out. I had nowhere to go, nowhere to be, no stress, not fucking worried about anything, just fucking living life. And that's the way it's going to be next year. I'm going to be living life next year. I really don't have too bad of a run from now until the end of the year. So this week, it's just going to be 4 days. I'm not working Saturday. Saturday's the grand final. Then the following week, I think I do a full week and then I have a 4-day holiday because there's a public holiday and the union usually take the Friday off as well. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. And then like 3 days later, go to Vietnam. And then once I get back from Vietnam, it's 6 weeks till the misso goes to India with the kids. And then I've got 3 weeks of just fucking put your head down and fucking work. Just get your head down, shut the fuck up and work. It's a little bit easier when the kids and the wife aren't around anyway. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then on fucking Christmas Eve, I'll be heading to India for, let's say, 5 weeks, probably 6. It's a one-way ticket. So we'll fucking see. Maybe I just won't come back. I've already looked into like fucking trips to Saudi Arabia and Algeria and Pakistan and shit like that. So maybe I won't come back. Maybe fuck off to Africa. See what's happening there. Anyway, it just felt good. It felt good. Just having nothing to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the rest of the people out there who are hard workers. I'm just not that guy. I can do it for a little bit, but it just feels like hell to me. I'm sure it feels like hell to everyone and you would all like to not work, but I'm just not doing it. This is it for me. This has scared me completely off. Before I started this stint working, I was like, oh, comedy, this, I don't know, fucking, working. And now I'm just like, all right, fucking, once this is over, let's buckle down and just fucking, let's work. Let's work on something I want to fucking do. Working is no longer an option for me, unfortunately. It's all or nothing now. There's no hedges. Anyway, fucking, can you hear my voice and my fucking just general demeanor change after like 2 days off? Wait till you hear me Wednesday. That's 2 days from now. It'll feel like the life has been completely sucked out of me. After a week's work, I sound like day 1 of the podcast. After 2 days off, I sound like fucking year 4. Anyway, I got to fucking work tomorrow. So fucking, it's Monday. And you know what that means? It's Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation or any generation, comedian, philosopher, crane operator, waterproofer, dull bludger, Le Boyle, then head to my website. There's a section there for Ask Boyle. Put in your details, ask your question. While you're there, while you're asking your questions, just fucking go to the tab next to it as well. Write in a quick fucked up Friday and send it through. Need some fucked up Fridays. And while you're there, once you're fucking tied up those loose strings, just give the Patreon a little tickle and fucking send us a pint. A pint a month will do the fucking deal. Anyway, let's get to this week's fucking Ask Boyle. There was a bunch of good Ask Boyles this week. I might even do a midweek one. There was a good question about traveling India that I would like to get to, and some stuff about fucking CBDCs, central bank digital currencies that I'd like to cover. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll get to this week's one, the one I chose. I chose this one because it sounds more urgent and he's a man after my own heart. Anyway, it's from Brendan. I don't know where he's from. Hey Boyle, I'm 29, slightly balding. He had me at slightly. He is fucking fully balding. Slightly. I'm slightly balding, and recently I had my girlfriend of 5.5 years break up with me. Oof. She can see it. She pulled the plug. Wise bitch. She could see the future was looking bleak. We broke up because of differing lifestyles. She wants to travel a lot for work and be with a guy with a full head of hair. I added that part. And honestly, I had thought about breaking up 6 months ago and she ended up pulling the trigger. Anyway, what should I do now? Should I become celibate for a while? Should I try and get some hookups on Tinder? This will be challenging, but I think I can pull it off. Or should I go to serious dating and try and find another long-term partner? I don't have the rig I did when I was 22, 23, but I reckon in a few months, I should be able to look respectable. Brendan Chopper Reed, you have come to the right place. Actually, I'm not sure if you have come to the right place on this one, because what I would do in your situation is I would get rid of all my earthly possessions, untether myself from any responsibility, all relationships, all interpersonal fucking connections, all work, all fucking just sever ties with everything, renounce my desires, and just head straight to a fucking cave in Pakistan, Tibet, Nepal, India, maybe not Pakistan, or maybe Pakistan. You might find a good cave in Pakistan. That's why I said Pakistan. There's not a lot of Pakistanis going up to the caves. In India and Nepal and all that, there's a lot of full caves. Pakistan, you could find a good cave just to ride out the next 50 years in absolute fucking isolation and silence. Ye think I'm joking, but ye is not. You can't double ye that, can you? Ye thinks I'm joking, but thou is not. Is it thou or ye? Am I ye or am I thou? Who knows? That's something I can work out in a fucking cave. I could spend fucking 4 years just thinking about that question. Just turning it over. That's what you want. You don't want more fucking things to cling to. You need less. Like, this is if you want to find, like, ultimate happiness or peace. You want to find ultimate peace. If you want to move along the steps of enlightenment, this is the path you take. But if you want to live like a fucking, just a stock standard, just normal, decent life, what you do from here is you forget about, don't worry about getting hookups, don't worry about fucking long-term relationships, don't fucking do it. Don't go down that path yet. Get your shit together. Work out what fucking hairstyle you're going to rock for the next 10 years. Are you going to have a full shaved head? Are you going to fucking try and ride it out with the number 3 for a little while? Are you going to go to Turkey, get some implants? What's going on there? Work out your hairstyle. Don't worry too much about it. Figure out your rig. You got to get your rig sorted. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter about your hair if you've got a good rig. I can tell you that, guaranteed, 100%. If you have a good bod, especially going into your 30s and 40s and shit, hair is irrelevant. So get that sorted. The other thing you need is confidence. If you're going to eventually get back into the fucking dating pool, you need confidence. So if I was you, I would try and kill two birds with one stone. And that would be sorting out my rig and getting confidence at the same time. And that would be by doing jujitsu. Learn to fight, learn to defend yourself. Something changes internally. It just gives you naturally more confidence in everything. Mix it up as well. Do a striking one. Do Muay Thai as well. You have time now. You can fucking sort your shit out. You don't have to be back at fucking 6 o'clock to watch some bullshit TV just to spend time with your missus for no particular reason. You're free now. You're untethered. So don't go tethering yourself. Sort your shit out. Invest some time into yourself. And then once you've sorted yourself out, reassess where you want to go. Because if you just go out now and go straight for some pussy, you're going to get addicted to pussy. Yes, it will make you feel better temporarily, very temporarily, but then you're just going to be chasing the dragon with more puss, just constantly, non-stop. Where does it end? And then you'll probably end up with fucking a one-night stand you hooked up with and you never expected to stay with her, but you continued hooking up. Next thing you know, you don't really love her or anything, but you've been together now for 2 years. You're not dating, but she's around, and then you're just like, all right, well, why don't you move in? Because you just got no better idea. Don't do that. I've seen so many people go down that road. They just settle for something, anything. I mean, at some point, that's probably not a bad idea, but you're still 29. You can build yourself into whatever you want for the next 5 or 6 years and then start making decisions. Don't just go out and start fucking hitting the dating apps and getting the scraps of every other fucking loser. Work on yourself. That's what I would do. I'd work on myself. I wouldn't do any of that. I'd go straight to a fucking cave in some mountain somewhere. I'd be in saffron robes. My head would be shaved. When I say my head, the sides of my head would be shaved. And look, I'd come down from the mountain to see my kids every 10 years or something. I'd be happy to do that. But aside from that, that's me. I'm a mountain man. I'll come down to do an Ask Boyle every 5 years as well. But that's it. That's me done. I'm just in the mountain. I'm meditating in the cave. I've got Wi-Fi in there so I can check the Bitcoin price, but that's it. I just want to be in a cave, isolated with absolutely no material possessions besides my Bitcoin. Anyway, that's my advice. Work on yourself before you fucking start doing anything. Anyway, that'll fucking do it for tonight. And I'll see you the fuck later.